Hey everybody, this is Brian Helmick from BetweenLicks.com, and I'm here after a brief hiatus, actually a several month-long hiatus where I was just very busy. But I got a new jazz guitar. I like it. It's nice. And I thought, what better way to celebrate than to put out another lesson for all those who are following me and wondering what the heck has happened to Brian. Well, here I am, and today, what are we going to talk about? Jazz, of course. And we're going to talk about major 7th and minor 7th chords and using extensions to go beyond the normal harmony that's written. So it would be like a major 7th, 4 notes, minor 7th, also 4 notes. Going further than that and using 9ths, 11ths, and 13ths to give it a little more color. And there's a really simple way to do that, and I'll show you that here in a second. And we'll only use 3 things. That's all we're going to use today. We're going to use a C major scale, like this. C major 7th, and a D minor 7th. 3 things. That's all we're using. And the way I like to think of it is, I don't think anyone else really uses this term like I do. It's like a split scale. And the reason I say split scale is you'll play 2 octaves of C major 7th, and you'll only play every other note all the way up. So you'll start with 1, 3, 5, 7, then you'll be doing the octave 2, 4, 6, and then 8 again, which will be the octave 8 and 1, same note. So basically, the 2nd works as a 9th, if you didn't know that, and also 4th is the 11th, and the 6th is the 13th. So we're just kind of stacking them up on top of each other. And I'll actually play that for you. 1, 3, 5, 7, 2, 4, 6, or 9, 11, 13, however you want to think of it. It doesn't really matter. But the idea is that we're playing an arpeggio there, starting with the C major 7th, and we're going up beyond that and adding the extensions to make a C major 13th. Now, that's a little unwieldy as you move around, and it doesn't really help you think in extensions and chord pieces elsewhere, which you'll find a lot of times in jazz, especially diatonic movements. Perfect. All the same notes that are in the scale will be there. That doesn't always happen in jazz. That's kind of a luxury, but it's a simple way to think of it for now. So, just to give you an idea of what this does, we have a C major 7 triad, and then right above that we have a D minor 7th triad. So we got D, F, A, C. It's a D minor 7th triad. C, E, G, B for the C major 7th. So now we have 2 of the chords that we're going to talk about today. And you can use them interchangeably. If you're using a C major 7th, you'll just stack that D minor 7th on top of it. And if you're playing over a D minor 7th, you'll stack that C major 7 on top of it. And it's a little tricky with the D minor 7th, so I'll go over that one first. That's actually my favorite one to use because the colors are kind of interesting. I really like them. But let's try this out. We're just going to play the D minor 7th, and we're just going to play that triad just once. Very simple. 1, 3, 5, 7. But we're going to go a little bit further than that. We're going to play a C, E, or an E, G, and B again on top of it. So we got, starting with the C, C, E, G, B. We got that triad right above it. So we got a D minor triad below it. It doesn't have a 7th in it. Don't worry about the 7th for now. Right there. And then the 7th also works as the C, the root. So when you put it together, you have something like that. So you got a D minor triad below it, and then a C major 7 right above it. And you extend that and basically become a D minor 13th chord as well, because it just keeps stacking on there as well. The B acts like a 13th, the G would act like an 11th, and the E would act like a 9th. Had to think backwards there. So basically you have this interesting color that goes right over whatever chord you're playing, and that doesn't matter if it's an E or G minor. I mean, you can use that same pattern anywhere. But it helps when you notice a D minor or go right to a C major 7. Bam, that right there, that works on top of each other. You can just run up it, and it's going to sound good almost every time. Now going the other way, there's the C major 7th, and you can do the same thing. We actually just played this a little bit ago. And you're playing that D minor, it doesn't have a 7th on it, D minor triad above the C major 7. Now if you keep extending it, you have that 7th in there as well. But for simplicity's sake, we're just going to switch them back and forth. We got the major 7th triad, and we got the minor, just a regular minor triad, and they just go on top of each other either way. So I'll play the different positions for you, and the tabs are actually right on the website. Very simple stuff to use. Practice them going up and down, left, right, any other position you can. Don't always stick to this easy C minor or C major scale, because that isn't how jazz works. It's not everything's in C. So anyways, here's in the 5th position, and then up in the 10th position, same exact notes, just a different position. Now we can go to the C major 7, where we're going to put that D minor triad up top. We already played this one. And then we can go right above it there. There it is. And we're basically just playing the exact same notes again, just in a different position. So I hope this helps a little bit to think of chords, as stacking on top of each other, because really that's all it is. That's all harmony is. You're just stacking a third, a minor, or a major third on top of each other to create these harmonies. And once you kind of get that and you feel where they go, it becomes a little more approachable. You can take each chord on its own and build little things off of it, and have some unique phrasing. You don't have to worry so much about modes and stuff, though modes will help you get interesting sounds that you really can't get anywhere else, especially for fast runs, just flying up and down runs. The right mode can sound really cool, so don't discount those. Anyways, a little plug. I just started a site, letsj.am. Get it? Let's Jam. www.letsj.am. I'm going to put up a ton of jam tracks. Everybody's invited to come along, and then just post your solo over it, post your own jam tracks, let everyone kind of organically build some music, and I hope this will really work out great. So please visit it, tell me what you think. BetweenTheLicks.com for these tabs, letsj.am for some jamming opportunities. So thanks for joining me. Hopefully I'll get some more of these up soon.